Alright, hello everyone and anyone that decides to watch this. I, the boy Fluff, is heading to
Rest a bit.
Inazuma. Let's get this started, cause no. Could have died. I can't wait to get Beidou.
Oh.
I can't wait to get.
Hello. I mean good fortune, right? I'm still learning to talk like a local.
Put this on auto. Cause I took
Is
my
there
glasses
anything
off,
I can
can't
help
see.
you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're here. Well, there is a way,
Great! We came to the right person!
but the chance of success is incredibly small.
Huh. Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging ahead of me, and my pursuers were close on my tail. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. My rations and freshwater supply soon ran out, and I remember getting to the point where I was sure I'd reached the end. Then, I blacked out. But, to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. Or to put it another way, a new beginning found me. That's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale must be a sign that the gods were watching over me.
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing how dangerous it was? Why?
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a protracted approval process, and I felt like I didn't belong there.
Kanjo Commission? What's that?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose they're equivalent to the 8 trades under the Liu Chising. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed centrally on Rito upon arrival. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule. Loyal, yet unfeeling. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, I begin to lose all hope for the future. What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to get past the samurai guards that enforce the Sakoku Decree, the closed nation policy of Inazuma. And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for processing Outlanders. Otherwise, you'd be kicked out immediately.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire the documentation needed. But if you really are set on going, there is one thing you could try.
The raft idea sounds a little on the dangerous side. Plus, Paimon would definitely get seasick.
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. They're well known in Liyue. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experiences. They may just know how to break through the storm.
But it's an armed fleet, right? Why would they agree to a request like this?
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade them, the Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyunstone Forest on a supply run. This might be your best chance.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go find Captain Beto.
Let's go. Hold on. I know that boat. I forgot how I got there in the first place. Did I jump? Excuse me, don't mind me. Mind my business.
Coming to be.
Yep, sorry.
Live.
What does Beto do on a ship anyway? Kazuha?
Who have we got here? Wait, I know you. You're that traveler, aren't you? The one who fought against the Fatui and Osile, right? Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight and remarkable skill has saved Liyue, she said. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. I remember thinking at the time that it'd be good to meet you in person. Judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing, I guess that time has come.
Hey! The name's not Floating Thing, it's Paimon!
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of... yes, the stars.
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet.
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
No, I can't argue with that. Okay then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance to perform.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily. Especially seeing as our great hero here might be in attendance.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify, by great hero, do you mean...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even heard of it? The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase their talents. There are two important rules. One, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability, not just people taking part for the fun of it. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. Two, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little one-sided. You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons lurking around in Liyue. And with Liyue's savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads. I think we can expect a healthy turnout this time.
But we didn't come here to take part in a martial arts tournament.
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is particularly sought after. Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs to them.
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that housed that light remains. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But my intuition tells me that while it remains in the world, it may just be possible for someone else to inherit it.
Yep, and the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of exceptional strength and talent. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time, getting a vision to glow again. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in some tournament.
Inazuma? You want to go there?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless Vision, or a ticket to Inazuma.
You just want her to take part in your tournament!
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be. I couldn't let a competitor like you fall through the net.
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much have to do this tournament if we want to get to Inazuma.
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the tournament arena in Guyun Stone Forest. Kazuha and I will be over soon.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is revealed.
Da 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 da. Let's go. What's this off? Oh no. I don't think I'm prepared to fight nobody. Nobody. Grab. Where have I painted all these boxes are still here?
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Beidou said that they had to be renowned. Hello? Are you here to compete in the Crux Clash?
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. Then, the Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting. Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, we heard a rule about that. So...
Me? Only a former runner-up.
Also, Ben...
What? You... Nonsense! Have you been living under a rock? It's been not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. Whoa. There were 2 of them trying to escape. I soon sorted them out. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade I told you. Unarmed, outnumbered 2 to 1, but I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course. But the fact remains that I did manage to subdue the both of them.
Uh-huh. But for us, even 4 or 5 treasure hoarders at a time is all in a day's work. Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna...
I'll see you in the arena.
Let's go.
Hi there. Are you here?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat but this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice. It's also a chance for us to obtain the masterless vision.
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly become
This master of yours must be pretty incredible.
Famous? He's the founder of the Lingshan clan, and his skills are unparalleled. You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. The clan is nowhere He's got to be a grand master or something. He's created many different styles. To the Lingshan clan, he teaches a special technique known...
Force dispersal?
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the energy around you and neutralize attacks without moving an inch. For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking fist, or change the direction of an incoming stone, all without breaking a sweat.
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a finger.
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability.
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now. If we don't start making progress soon, well...
There's a tuition fee?
Of course! This is a grand master we're talking about here. He doesn't have time to waste. If you...
But here we are, having trained under him directly all this time without even a hit. Recently, though, we heard that a vision bearer joined the Guhua clan and made pretty much...
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe we can finally make our master proud.
Well, we have to try something new. Otherwise...
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And if it turns out folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even become the dominant martial arts clan in all of Liyue.
See you in the arena.
Oh, heck.
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash, too? If so, seems I found myself another new adversary.
So you're also here for the tournament?
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I could walk away as a champion. For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece in the puzzle that is my life. No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I want to be. I am looking to become a perfect person. I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful life so far, without any setbacks. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures, and seem to get on with just about everyone socially. In most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, I'd never let the praise get to my head. I know I haven't reached perfection yet, because there's one thing I'm still missing. A vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. So, they very kindly made special arrangements on my behalf. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. It's such a blessing, really, to have so many good friends, and of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and esoteric styles of Kung Fu. Ha! You don't mince your word. Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see...
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes, and another guy who's just really average.
Jinxa Village arm wrestling champion, huh? Next, please. What's your name? Wait.
That's me.
Aren't you? Did I hear that right?
Is it
Hey,
really
all these
them?
people are already no money.
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they trying to enter the clash?
I have to ask. Aren't you the traveler that helped Liyue fight
Maybe.
off? It's really her!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if
I trust you are aware that only those without visions can enter the tournament? Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary. You walk...
Yep, she still doesn't have a vision though.
my apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. Now, could I ask you to provide a few claims to fame? It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osail, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah, put that down. And also defeated the Fatui Harbinger child.
Whoa.
Might as well declare her the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Right, your registration is complete. Now, a great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beidou promised to take us to Inazuma if we win the tournament.
There's another prize, too? Oh.
Beidou must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as Inazuma?
I see.
I got business later.
So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beidou in advance, then? Well, nobody expected you to sign up to a tournament like this. I can hardly believe it myself, to be honest. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin. I'll leave you to your preparation.
Hey, so Paimon's thinking about that whole no vision bearer. Even though you don't have a vision, most people in Teyvat think that you... So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. And in any case, looking at the competition, it should still be pretty. Alright, it's showtime! You go...
I'm totally about to
You
lose.
seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete? Good.
Yeah.
Then please follow me into the...
Got my boy, Diluc.
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. Her first bout begins now!
You? You're the hero they're talking about?
What a strange guy.
In my face.
Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beidou. She'll probably have something to say to us.
That was it? I was lackluster.
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you as the favorite. So, what do you think, Kazuha?
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint.
Well, I fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the so come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there. Can't you spare a word or two to congratulate our up-and-coming champion?
All right. Let me think how to aptly phrase these... You fought well.
Nice.
All right then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the fun, but I guess I shouldn't put you on the spot like that. You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liyue's hero was entering the tournament. And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. I'm sure lots of them are here to find out how they stack up against... Well, since everyone sees you as the one to... For one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. So, I'm putting you straight through to the semifinals.
Damn.
But we only just started the qualifiers.
This is how Captain Beidou works. Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the semifinals anyway.
To be fair...
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential We're finally here, folks. The real show is about to begin.
The captain seems to have hot... Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. This makes him a seasoned warrior. You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause. Very well. Show me.
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the...
Ba-bum, ba-dum, ba-ba-ba-ba. I should have grabbed those
Your
blood
opponent in the
flies.
semifinals is new to the Crux Clash. I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that...
Relax. My girl's at the top of her game. She...
Okay, follow...
Who is it? Who is it? What the hell
At
is that?
last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for.
Oh, 90.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sweating all over. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train.
Right. For a moment there, Paimon, if you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of...
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're strong enough, but mine never came. I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your own body. I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have...
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that masterless vision?
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit my... Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So...
This AC bone on my
Now
kneecaps.
that's
And my
true
kneecaps is
straight talking.
freezing.
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me.
By the way, do you know who else made it into the finals?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard is that they're extremely, so don't get...
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round.
I should invite...
Paimon thinks we might need to up our game a little.
Ah, it's you! I myself was eliminated in the third round.
Maybe next time, huh?
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable... I faltered for but a brief moment. Given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong opponents. But faced with a nimble, agile opponent such as him, I found myself completely out of my league. Still, I'm sure he'll be no match for you.
Hey there! Well,
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, why didn't you dodge? But why don't you dodge, they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshan clan kung fu. It's just that he hadn't quite mastered it yet. Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the harbor. But by the time I got back, my scheduled match time had already... I don't dare tell my master about this. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still a bit out of sorts at the moment.
oh, alright then. Hope your bud...
Thanks,
We still haven't got any useful information yet. Maybe we can go to...
You gave an outstanding performance. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind. And it could have caught, but you were quick to adapt and managed to claim victory over your opponent. In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath your feet and the pattern of your breathing. But it is nothing remarkable, for I discerned nothing more than Captain Beto did.
He's right. But in my case, I was purely relying on previous... I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you.
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round. Do you think they'll be stronger than the one we faced in the semifinals?
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. They tend to have something unique about their style. As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has superior form. It's also obvious that he's seen his... What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. I haven't properly introduced myself yet.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk, you don't really sound like some...
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, is there harm in acquiring a surplus skill? I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess, but I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across the lands. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's necessary to...
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any Jew. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt.
You betcha! Wait a second. We never told you that we've been...
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. I sense that men come with me.
Why'd you go so far?
Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements, and not just a single element, but multiple.
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we met. You've...
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, let's just say, if I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use... When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic symbolism at play. I mean these things in the truest sense possible. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. I hear the breath of the wind and the whispers of the leaves. It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you. Nothing more.
As crazy as all that sounds, somehow Paimon still believes you.
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible feats. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision, and not to mention your incredibly complex scent, like that of some mysterious being.
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell! It's weird!
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? Extraordinary. So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy and even wield it?
Aw, it's nothing really. Paimon just told her whatever came to mind. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, she just naturally learned to use the elements through it all. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all works.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods and the visions they grant. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Perhaps it may yet reveal something to me. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. That will make it a... Now then, let's test your skills.
If I don't get beat up.
Oh, pay no attention to me. I was just...
Oh.
Rise. Go.
Burst forth! Yeah.
Let's light it up! Yeah.
Feel this ancient power!
Going in! Yeah.
come into being.
Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach. Even with your opponent's speed, he shouldn't be able... Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables he relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat. In other words, as long as you remain mindful, please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the world is a truly mysterious place, it seems.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your...
I desire to know what meaning visions have and what influences the god's decision to grant... My apologies. You must be completely in the dark regarding such matters. For allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways, I am willing to answer any questions you may have. So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably, sometimes in circumstances that leave their original recipients dead. In the outset, supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, then does the current Electro-Archon now doubt these criteria, or even the act in and of itself? Not to mention, with no new Electro-Visions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer something of the Raiden Shogun's feelings on the matter.
She sounds less like an Archon and more like a tyrant.
As far as I know, she is an Archon that pursues eternity. She will relentlessly carry out her will with no regard to what others may think or feel. Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But what does Inazuma's pursuit of eternity bring to its people? It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro-Archon before? With time, we will change. But if you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her. Ah, the time for your match is...
Oh, right! We got so
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well. Just be sure to not be late for the match.
Can I just... Let me just...
A pleasure to be working with you.
Hey, what was that? That's my butterfly.
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance. Everyone, listen up! Your attention! We've reached the climax of the Crux class. We've seen many exciting battles today, and now I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have seen her, her reputation, she strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of her name causes even Fatui Harbingers to turn pale in the face.
Wow! I've been waiting for this moment.
I'm sure everyone witnessed her thrilling match in the semifinals. But today's final round will surely... As for our other combatant... come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't just forfeit for not showing up like in previous rounds. This is the finals. Apologies! Everyone just sit tight. We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just have—
Wait a moment. Something does... Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with us.
Ba, 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 ba.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody steal it? Who would...
We don't know when it was taken. I never thought that someone here would—
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape me. The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to...
Well, if you insist. I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to all this—
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an island.
Come with me. I can sense the...
Huh? A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
God, you suck at flying.
Huh? A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see shortly.
Moment of birth.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Burst forth.
Can't run from death.
Thanks for the knife.
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
Opposite show. Oh.
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Where'd that box off?
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
My apologies. Yeah.
Picked the wrong test subject.
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you caught up to me.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about?
That's what I thought.
Oh, drat! If I only had a vision. Or if I could activate this one, then you'd never be able to catch me.
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems you know precious little about how to conceal yourself from nature's gaze. Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of that, I could hear your boasting and proud laughter in the wind as I was pursuing you. In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand heist.
You...
But most disappointing of all is the state of the
Burn.
vision in your hand. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire indiscriminately.
Fine! Fine! I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was full of
Aha! So you were supposed to be...
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. But then you showed up. After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't. Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use while I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow you still managed to catch up to... After all I went through to get it? I think not. I know an empty threat when I hear one. Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate once...
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing is breaking the culprit's arms.
Huh? You're not...
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and you damaged the reputation of the captain of the Crux fleet. It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead.
Whoa, whoa! We don't need to go that far!
Yes, we do.
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it.
And I'm having a fight you anyway.
Whirling snow! Ha!
Moments of birth! Just you watch!
Embrace the ice!
Just a temporary setback.
No, no. Do what you want, but please, don't...
He has persevered to the bitter end, and now death looms near. Put down the vision and leave. I've changed my mind.
Huh?
What's wrong? It's up to you. Such willingness is commendable, and fits the way of...
No, no. No need for that. Thank you.
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it! Were you just trying to...
I take no pleasure in frightening others. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. But unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes, I wanted to know whether it were possible for an extinguished vision to be reawakened. From the moment he stole the vision, I decided to use him for this experiment. I've tried many other methods though few tales tell of a masterless vision. After seeing you command multiple elements, I figured that nothing is impossible. Come, why don't you give it a try? Let's...
The vision didn't...
I see. So, no matter. This was expected. I suppose this vision is still mine to take for now.
Yeah, what's the story about...
The story begins with an old friend. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow.
It's so cool. It's a picture.
Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature.
Kazuha!
It's all right then. It's time we returned. Do not let my feelings, but thank you.
Such a nice story. Do I have to run all the way back there? But I travel by air. Where's my air support? Give me that.
My apologies. Take flight.
She makes it so much more convenient. Coffee, don't you do it. Don't you bark.
Whirling snow.
Huh? Did Beta leave already? Maybe she went back to her ship.
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ningguang. It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time and has attracted her attention. Captain Beidou was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she headed off.
It's not unusual for those two to be at odds with...
But still, Captain Beidou was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be the... He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked eye. In which case, the Crux clash comes to a...
Huh? So if that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified.
Hyman thought we'd win and all, but not...
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beidou is no... But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's will to close the nation.
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change the weather?
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears, then it should come as no great surprise that the Raiden Shogun is capable of summoning an eternal tempest. Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. You will be notified once all the... In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own.
Hyman believes you'll find a way.
Thank you. May both our journeys prove meaningful. One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the storm may well prove to be the most arduous.
Arduous? Do I get to go with Beidou now? Aha! go, Beto. Let's go. Cursed stairs.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you, traveler?
Abyssosk.
Ah, yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the Crux fleet regarding your Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands.
There you are. You're the traveler that Beto will be taking to Inazuma, right? The fleet is nearly completed reprovisioning. Once the crews have taken a head count, Captain Beto sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor as soon as you're aboard.
Since Beto is the captain of our word.
Of course. There are many things that the captain insists upon. I'm sure you'll see for yourself once you're on board.
So you'll be heading off then? Whether the journey before you leads to the heights of the heavens or the depths of the abyss, each step you take is another achievement. Until we meet again, Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Oh, it's kind of hard to say goodbye now.
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive? I'll be awaiting.
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma? See?
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Lee.
Okay, thanks for coming on.
Just following orders. I'll see you two aboard the...
Duck, duck. Now I gotta move back. Duck, duck. To the island. Duck, duck. I don't have to check my mission. I know what island is. I gotta cry. What is he?
Come into being.
Okay.
Ah, you finally made it. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were anyone else, I might have set sail already. Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just on time. The crew have just finished making final preparations. Well, now that everyone's here, we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest. The nation of eternity.
Anchors away!
Dang, I ain't sure it. I want to see the understairs.
Oh, hi there. So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps...
Shush!
You can blame your almighty Shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some... Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. It seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors.
Oh, it's sure...
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts. If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board after all.
Oh, right.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what
Fair seas, Captain Beto. Bye-bye.
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things...
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku Decree. You wouldn't be able to avoid inspection even, so we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Oh. It's so nice. What's that? Ooh. Ooh.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Toma. You must be new here. Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you. Oh, well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve entry for purely personal reasons. So, unless you have a valid reason for visiting... My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers, for your kind perusal.
What? Ugh, take your time.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry about that.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order.
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process...
Sheesh. So it is?
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere, as the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku Decree in force. Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement. I like how you think. I've got a feel. Now, let's head over to the Outlander Affairs Agency. Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
What's blue light? What is the one going to?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
Nah, friend. I haven't been here in a long time.
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want...
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
2 million? For a processing?
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of...
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it...
Thank you ever so... But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf.
That's not how you haggle! By all means, bargain the price down, but...
Alright then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Talk about highway robbery. Oof.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here!
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. Processing fee... The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money. So it becomes a question of how much they can make. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency...
Then they'll milk them for all their...
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes... Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this closed nation era, the most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came...
So it's a trade association built...
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests. The association provides help, support, and structure. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
Sounds like just staying alive.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that you are out... After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. She is a deity who reigns on high, while all other life gazes up in awe. Huh. I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't have... Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun.
Really? Wow, the Rito Fixer's better...
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal. Connections come at a high price. No. In this instant, in fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree. I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my...
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle.
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the internet recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. The head of the association is called Caricio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him.
Oh? Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the internet. Ah, good. That's a relief.
We heard the association has been having some...
Yes. Left, right, and center.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of activity, but in and of itself, it doesn't stop us from being able to enjoy a comfortable existence. No. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is... those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees everything on retail, isn't it?
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations, and that's not the worst of it. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's...
Crystal Mara.
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya in his youth. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search, but then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock.
Isn't that what they...
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to buy from them because it's a vicious cycle. The consequence of which is that our taxes will We've tried, but this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of thunder. Fontaine, my dear homeland.
Sounds awful. What do you think we should do?
I want to know what this crystal barrel is.
That vendor. I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting.
Well, it definitely sounds like...
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the if I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a tree by the coast.
Got it!
A tree by the coast.
Huh? I don't think I recognize you. Are you new arrivals? So, what do you need with me? The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. Trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean?
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Ha! Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. They're wasting their time. The price isn't...
Hey! What's your...
Get out of here. Go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place. And they ought to be more grateful.
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy. Good idea.
I thought I could fix his case. Beat him up. Take stuff.
That was cool.
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
No? Well, by all means, tell me what you need. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand. Oh, that guy? I'm familiar. He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he'd collect on the beach just to get by. But I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the inner...
Huh. You're saying he used to be a member of the...
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him? That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of outlanders. The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the
So he left the association?
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe even the most ungrateful and cold-hearted of people...
Really?
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in with...
Let's go back to the riverside. Wow, there's stairs all along.
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste... Huh? Where's this coming from? Mondstadt? You were talking...
Ah, dandelion. Let's go.
Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but I can't remember the scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back. Oh, my hometown. The home of... So, trying to play my heartstrings like a liar or... Huh? What is this?
Just close your eyes already.
You mean... the sound of the ocean? Leah Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the Xiao lanterns.
This guy has a really active imagination.
Don't worry, I got something for your Holiness.
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. My poor heart can't take it. You mean the folks from the International Trade is often I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just... Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with them?
Well...
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. So I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises. All right, I'll tell you the whole story.
You ready to talk now?
But I betrayed them.
Come on, come on!
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru. Keijiro and his companion. They start by overtaxing the merchants, then take the extra crystal marrow they receive, and once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate price. With the... I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we take in total. Evidence? Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, as it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago.
Really?
Hey, what's this? Ooh.
Keijiro! It's him!
After him!
Should I close my eyes? It's not like I can choose.
I forgot how to walk.
Ah, rip.
Too close! That's too close! He'll notice us for sure!
Oh, okay, cool.
Now, who else is behind on payments? Let me think. Yes, the Trade Association clique still needs to be brought into line.
Just so he starts running? Jeez.
What was that sound?
Quiet! Don't let him find us!
Must be hearing things. Drat, I'm behind schedule. I need to hurry.
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little! Huh? Where'd he go? He was right there a moment ago. Seems he disappeared in a blink of an eye. If only we'd made less noise.
Hey, they found me.
Keijiro! It's him!
After him!
Ah, real.
Too close! That's too close! He'll notice us for sure!
Now, who else is behind on payments? Let me think. Yes, the Trade Association clique still needs to be brought into line.
And then he run.
He's getting further and further.
What was that sound?
Shh! Quiet! Don't let him find us!
Must be hearing things. Ah, drat, I'm behind schedule. I need to hurry.
What could he be doing at a place like...
It looked like he buried something over there, too. Whoa, it's a ledger. Boring. Paimon thought he'd hidden a big pile of Mora here.
Let me take a look here. Aha! Yes! This is what we're looking for. A clear...
Great! Well, now we have our hard evidence. Let's...
I'll...
Huh? You aren't gonna...
I need a little more time before I'm ready to face the head of the association. I'm sorry.
Huh. Poor Werner is a pretty awkward guy, huh?
But we really don't have anything left. If this keeps up, our sales will come in at a loss. There'll be...
You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no excuses. And who are you? Another new member of the association?
It just so happens that we found your little ledger, so now we're here to tell everyone all about how you embezzled crystal marrow to sell it right back to the taxpayers.
Huh? Is this true? You've been swindling us!
Well, you see, the taxes,
Let me take a look at the ledger. Well, would you look at that? Every payment the association has made is right here in your personal ledger. So, Mr. Keijiro, it seems you have some explaining to do. How shall we settle this,
So you think you can use this against me, do you? It's quite obvious that I'm merely trying to earn a modest living for myself, like anyone else.
Word has it that samurai and the commission place great importance on reputation and prestige. Though I'm sure commission members won't blame you once word gets out.
Huh? Is that a threat? Are you threatening me?
No, not at all. I'm simply stating that it would be quite a pity if an illustrious gentleman such as yourself were to have their reputation tarnished.
Well, even if what you say is true, what do you suggest we do about it?
I believe you still have a quantity of crystal marrow in your possession, correct? Perhaps that crystal marrow could be used as compensation for the recent tax hike, and us merchants could finally have some more breathing room.
Is that it?
Do you have any idea the hoops I had to jump through to get the crystal marrow and keep it hidden? Fine. In that case, I'll send it over to you today.
And not even an ounce of shame for his actions.
So that's it? My shop's been closed for weeks now. I've even had to ask my friends to help bail me out. What about my losses?
Come on, Harrison. We've already stuck a...
I'm sick of being pushed around like this.
Harrison!
Hey, what's all this racket? Does someone dare...
Ah, Chief, you've arrived.
What was all the commotion I heard just now?
Oh, we were just discussing a minor tax issue. I do my utmost.
A helping hand? The only thing you're doing is stuffing your greedy pockets with our hard-earned wealth. I assure you that Hirage Shinsuke will hear of this.
Oh, and you dare to utter the Commissioner's name. You Outlanders have seized the merchants. We will resolve this dispute.
Uh-oh. This is...
Gentlemen, come now. Is there any need for this? If there's a dispute to resolve...
Who are you supposed to be? And why in my right mind?
You never heard of the Fixer?
Here's my card.
Huh. You're from the Yashiro Commission. Shh. Huh. Well, this is Kanjo Commission territory. However powerful the Yashiro Commission may be, you...
Of course not. Still, perhaps you could show the young... lady of our clan some courtesy. You wouldn't want your name showing up in a petition to the Shogun, would you?
That fan. The Shirasagi Himegimi. I don't need any trouble with her. Okay, let's forget all this. It'll give us one less thing to work.
But, Chief!
Enough!
Let's get dinner one day soon, gentlemen. No response, huh? I suppose that bridge is well and truly burned then.
Thank you so much, Toma. But I'm sorry your relationship with...
Hey, I was joking. It's a small price to pay, and you're more than welcome. If there's anyone you should be thanking, it's the Traveler. If nothing else, I'm sure the tax collection Ashigaru will tread a little more carefully in the future. Shh, not here. Too many people listen. Corruption seems rife in the Kanjo Commission. They truly are rotten to the core. All right, time for me to answer your questions. What would you like to know? Straight to the point. Let me reintroduce myself. I belong to the Kamisato clan of the Yashiro Commission on Narukami Island. I'm an attendant of the Shirasagi Himegimi.
You've been keeping your true identity a secret. So, the Yashiro Commission.
Correct. The Kamisato clan is the head of the Yashiro Commission, who manage ceremonial and cultural affairs. I'd go into more detail on what exactly that covers. I'm just someone who was fortunate enough to be taken in by the Kamisato clan. My role is to take care of the daughter of the clan, Kamisato Ayaka, also known as the Shirasagi Himegimi.
Seems like she must be super famous in Inazuma, given the reaction of those guys.
Oh, most definitely. She's graceful, dignified, and kind-hearted, too. The people of Inazuma, her fame even somewhat eclipses that of her older brother, Kamisato Ayato. Despite the fact that he's the current head of the clan, I suppose those who treat others with compassion earn themselves the same treatment in return. But you're asking the right questions. And to be honest, I don't want to keep... Firstly, you should know that being a fixer is not something you can fake. I spent the better part of a month tirelessly building up a network of relationships on the island. And I got to know Captain Beto during that time, too.
Still pretty good going for just...
Well, maybe I have a slight knack for schmoozery. But the main thing was, I had to make sure I'd be in time to receive you when you arrived. Inazuma may have closed off to the outside world, but that hasn't stopped a lot of people. So, when Miss Kamisato heard of your intention to come to Inazuma, she began looking forward to your arrival with great anticipation. That is, that you have what it takes to change the tide.
Change the tide of the times?
In the test I gave you earlier, although there were a few hiccups at the end, it was you who found the way to turn the situation around. Navigating powerful people, using their character flaws to your advantage. It's just what Miss Kamisato had hoped to see. With your help, even the Vision Hunt decree... That's an unexpected development. Perhaps our sources were Yes, of course. I completely understand.
Toma sure didn't put up much of a fight.
Well, my work on Rito is done. Oh, one more thing. This invitation letter is for you. When you get to Narukami Island, you can find me. Good luck with everything.
Toma's not such a bad guy, huh? Huh? What's up? Oh, right! Wait, so did Toma forget that too? Oh, darn it! No wonder he was... As soon as we get off Ritu, Paimon's going straight... Well, guess we should give it...
Hey. Bless you. Oh, that's what it is. What's this? Oh, wave rider. Why did I get on this roof? Oh, might as well continue my wishes. So, how do I do it?
Stop there! Present your travel permits.
Sorry, but we really gotta get to Narukami Island. It's kinda urgent.
If you don't have a travel permit, this is as far as you'll get. Though...
As expected. Traveler, you gotta think of something. How do we get out of Rito? Are you saying we should go and meet with the con? Guess it can't hurt to try. Even if Who knows? Maybe...
That was just all up in his house.
Halt! This is the Kanjo Commissioner's office. No trespass.
We're here to see...
The Kanjo Commissioner seldom entertains Outlanders. Leave now or we'll be forced to...
Ah, wait.
Oh, Commissioner!
These two are honored guests from afar. No need to give them the... Come on in. Let's see what we can...
Did you...
My sincere
I am Hiragi Shinsuke, Kanjo Commissioner and head of the Hiragi clan. It's an honor to meet you both.
Nice to meet you, sir. So, the reason...
All right, all in good time. Two travelers renowned far and wide.
So what you're saying is...
Absolutely. How many other people in the world have what it takes to knock the wind out of...
Exactly!
And I hear you also foiled a Fatui plot in Liyue Harbor.
Whoa, you heard about... Something...
No. I'm simply awestruck by you. Rito is greatly honored to have... One other thing I heard about you is your great zeal for helping other people. This makes me wonder whether you might be so kind as to render your assistance.
Sure, no problem. Whatever you need, right?
Excellent. You must know the Genshin. A flower grows on...
Yep, we've picked a few of those before.
Yes, bring me 300 Genshin, would you?
Did Paimon hear that wrong?
Too much trouble, is it? Then how about this? We have a few items that need delivering.
That sounds much...
709 letters.
Hey, what gives?
Terribly sorry. We're just a little short on people lately.
What sort of an explanation is that? Traveler, what are we going to do? Should we really help this guy?
That's the spirit. Don't keep me waiting too long now.
You're seriously considering taking this job? The terms are ridiculous!
Halt, you two!
Huh? What did we do?
Miss Hiragi has a letter for you. She insists that you read it immediately.
A letter? Quick! Let Paimon see!
Great.
So this means she wants you, but you didn't seem surprised at all by this. What's going on? Paimon knew something just didn't seem right about... Let's have...
But it's nighttime already. Oof. Wait a second. Scream! There she is.
Ah, you finally arrived. Allow me to introduce... This is technically the second time we have met.
Wow. She's the daughter of the Hiragi clan, all right.
No need to be so formal. I've long marveled at your accomplishments.
Is it Paimon or does...
The reason why I wanted to secretly meet you here is... Well...
Discuss what?
I should like to ask for your help with delivering a letter.
Like father, like
No, you misunderstand me. I was hoping that you could deliver a letter to Narukami Island in my stead. It is to be given to Kujo Kamachi of the Tenryou Commission. My father has always forbidden me from communicating with him. He knows that there are prospects for my marriage that would better serve him politically. There is no one who would dare defy my father's will on Rito, but you are Outlanders. Outlanders seeking to get to Narukami Island. Of course, in doing so, I will also do everything in my power to help you. To be perfectly honest, as long as you remain in Inazuma,
Yeah, we figured as much. It was pretty obvious
I secretly overheard a conversation between my father and a very arrogant-sounding woman They seem to be discussing how to keep you here on Rito. In fact, we don't have much time. I'll tell you my plans to help you off. Very well. I'll be waiting for you at the border. I'm counting on you to deliver my letter.
Let's get out of here.
Hold on, please. These goods are being sent to Watatsumi Island?
My lady, this is an unexpected honor. You are correct.
Is there something wrong, lady?
No, as you were. My father simply has some concerns of the shipment's safety, and has ordered that myself and an additional qualified escort be
My lady, you aren't suggesting that you intend to escort this shipment personally, are you?
Please, do not cause us any further delay. If memory serves me right, my father has already asserted that this shipment...
Yes, of course, my lady. It's just that...
Now, need I remind you of the penalty if anything were to happen to me en route? I'm sure you are all quite Do you really presume that you can fully guarantee my safety?
Boy, Chisato can...
Yes, my lady. Very well then. It's an honor to...
Shinojo, you can't really be...
Well, the request is from Lady Hiragi herself. It is our...
Yes, but that's not the problem.
Well then, if we're through here, I suggest we set off at once. Dawdling will only allow potential thieves more to...
Yes, my lady.
The hell is that? Oh, it's crap.
My lady, please stay back. We'll handle it.
Not as well as we'll handle it!
I'm going in! Whirling snow! Coming Sasura! Sumetsu! My apologies!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Monster sighted. Prepare to counterattack. Protect Lady Hiragi at all costs.
We'll take care of this! Stay with Chisato!
Great undertaking.
My blade!
Burst forth.
Boom! Now this!
Swirl! Whirling snow!
What's that?
My apologies!
Watch out! More monsters inbound!
Lady Hiragi, stay close.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Come into being. Feel this ancient power.
Fall before me!
More!
Whirling snow!
My blade!
The fairy.
Oops, I went too far during.
Hold on, please. These goods
Yeah,
are being
I
sent
might
to...
have to
My
look at
lady,
chat again.
this is an
Is there something wrong?
No, as you...
My lady, you aren't suggesting...
Please, do not...
Yes, of course.
Now, do you really
Boy!
Shinojo, you can't...
Well, the
Yes, but...
Well then, it...
Yes, my...
My lady, please stay back. We'll handle it.
Not as well as we'll handle it!
Retribution!
Picked the wrong test subject. Freeze!
You're open. Let's get down to business.
Kamisato art. Sometsu.
Monster sighted. Prepare to counterattack.
Protect Lady Hiraki at all costs.
We'll take care of this! Stay with Chisato!
Verdict is... Light blade! Now this! Boom!
Coming to be. Moments of birth.
Let's light it up! Going in!
Burst forth.
Watch out! More monsters inbound!
Lady Hiraki, stay close.
This! Witness my great undertaking!
You're open for retribution!
Burst forth!
Light blade!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Good though. Verdict is... You know what to do. More! Boom!
Take flight.
Sugar fairy.
We can take refuge in the village up ahead. How are you faring, my lady?
I'm perfectly all right. You may stop here. The road to Narukami Island is just over there. In my letter, I've requested Kamaji to grant you a special travel permit from the Tenryou Commission. Consider it a...
My lady?
So that's how it is.
No, Lady Hiragi would never hide anything from us. I'm sure of it.
I'm not afraid to say that...
The one you love?
Shinojo, did you on...
What? No, I was just clarifying, that's all.
You two needn't worry. Please, forget that this ever happened. If my father catches word of it, I alone will be held accountable.
Yes, of course.
But what will happen if you're...
Don't fret. My father has always been one to spoil me. The worst he'd do is sentence me to half a day without food or...
Paimon never
I wish you a safe journey.
Bye, Chisato!
Come now. Quit your staring and let's get moving. We've got goods to shift.
All right.
My poor mama jam. Also, that's just simple.
We're finally on our own way again. I suppose it's time we find Toma. Now, where did he say he would meet us again? Oh, right! Komori Tea House!
What's that? Ooh, so pretty. What's this? Hello? I don't even know what this is about. Sure, I'll give it a try. Oof. After I figure out what is this? Well, I guess I'll end the stream here when I figure out this majestic island. Well, that's it for me.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.